I'm curious, like what was it in me that made you trust me? Because when we first spoke the first time, I could tell that you had doubt, not necessarily in me, but just in the process and like having already invested and not gotten the results. Like, what was it about me that made you trust me? And yeah.
I think a big thing for me is from day one, it was a realness to you and like just very authentic and genuine. It wasn't glossy. It wasn't polished. It wasn't, let me say the perfect thing. It was just a connection point. And I think I stumbled upon you. It wasn't like I was even seeking out something like this per se. But again, I knew what I thought I needed. I told the universe, I got clear on that, and the universe showed me what I needed. And that's one of the biggest lessons that I help people through is because so often we think we need to search for it first and then we're going to get the answer. It doesn't work like that. So I knew I needed to rebrand. I knew I wanted to put my story out in the world. And when I discovered you, it was like, okay, she's doing something slightly different. It's not about marketing. It's not about sales funnels. It's not about, what to say the right way. It's about how do you authentically share your story? And that's what I wanted. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be genuine. I wanted to be fully vulnerable and out there in the world. And I wanted somebody who was aligned with that and who would let me share my story the way that I wanted to share it and the way that I needed to share it. They wouldn't tell me what I should be sharing. And that's what I'd been through before with a lot of other experiences. This really helped me get uncomfortable enough to dig deep and get to some of those big story points that I needed to get to. Because the funny thing is, I always thought I was super open and vulnerable and transparent. And I am to a degree, but working with you just really helped me understand where I was holding back. And that's what I thought was most important. I knew when it came down to having a brand or being out there in the world, you just needed to know who you were and what you wanted to share with the world. And you let that process evolve naturally. And I felt like when we first connected, I could sense that already from you, that there wasn't going to be here's how you should do it, or I'm going to tell you what to do. It's going to be, let's work together. And then that's what it was. It was a process. And I gave you hell most of the time, to be really honest. Like, I was so frustrated and hit so many roadblocks and was like, just, oh my God. And you were always there. You were always my biggest cheerleader. You were always transparent with me and authentic. And, and that was what I saw in the beginning and what I got through the entire process.
Oh, thank you. Well, yeah. And I know like